What's up YouTube? This is Ultimate Shield 340 back at again with another Destiny 2 video. So in today's video, I'm going to showcase a build which I believe is the very best version of this build that I can create using what is available to me. So the idea behind the original build was that I wanted to get away from shattering stasis crystals as much as I could because although, there's nothing wrong with stasis crystals in and of themselves, one thing that a fellow YouTuber and clanmate said by the name of Sloth Moose, he had said that the crystals are obstructive, and I 100% agree with that. So after trying very many things, testing the builds, and going through the trouble of unlocking both the aspects and the fragments, unfortunately I had concluded that there is no way for me to get away from shattering stasis crystals. In my personal opinion, I think you have to shatter stasis crystals using the Behemoth subclass. And if you don't shatter stasis crystals, I do not believe that you are going to be able to utilize the full benefit of this class. So without further ado, one more thing before I start with the build. Many of you watch my videos. Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to grow the channel, so without further ado, let's get into it. So in this build, of course, you have to have the same super. Rally Barricade is an important part of this build, which I'll explain to you here shortly. Movement is whatever you want. Shiver Strike is the same. I chose Dusk Field Grenades here to freeze as many people as I possibly can. And then I have Diamond Lance, which is 3 aspects, which is important to this build because you need all the fragment slots that you can have. Then I have, you'll shatter, or actually you will create Diamond Lances if you kill somebody using a stasis weapon or kill them with a stasis ability, and it will spawn a Diamond Lance. In this build, you're going to be creating a lot of Diamond Lances, so you're going to be able to use that Diamond Lance to freeze additional targets as well. Just as a side note, if you use your default finisher for your Behemoth subclass, it will be the same element as whatever you have equipped. So if you kill an enemy using the stasis subclass using your default finisher, it will count as a stasis ability, and that finisher will go ahead and spawn a lance if it's not on cooldown. So just as a FYI. Second part of this is Tectonic Harvest. You shatter the crystals, you're going to get a stasis crystal, no, stasis shard, I apologize. Once you shatter stasis crystals, you're going to get a stasis shard. Then we have Whisper Endurance. You're going to increase the slows, and your Dusk Filled Grenade is going to be out there for about 2 seconds longer. Longer duration, more slows, so that's great. Then we have the Whisper Shards. Anytime you shatter a crystal, you're going to boost your grenade charge rate. You'll see how I am able to how I'm able to generate stasis crystals in this build, but more on that a little bit later. Then we have the Whisper of Chains. Although I kind of made a gripe about this, I think this is a very important and probably one of the best aspects in the stasis subclass. Although it is counterintuitive in and of itself, if you freeze somebody or create stasis crystals, you're inevitably are going to kill those frozen targets, or you're going to shadow those crystals, or either you or your team members are. And once all the targets are unfrozen, then you sort of lose the resistance. With that being said, even if it is inconsistent, with most builds, I would say this is still a very good fragment. And in this build, you're going to have a pretty high uptime of this, so just as a FYI. Then we have Whisper Rhyme. Collecting a Stasis Shard heals you, and if you have full health, you'll get an Overshield. And then this is Whisper of Bonds. Defeating frozen targets grants you super energy. Now you may be wondering why I chose the Whisper of Bonds, and as opposed to the other fragments, and I'm glad you asked because this is why. So in my main hand, I have Agar's Scepter. I'll let you read the trait down below if you want to pause the video. And then we have the Catalyst. Essentially what the Catalyst does is if you hold your reload button, once you have your super full, you hold the reload button, it will overcharge this weapon, and it will just shoot out a beam, and you'll do a lot of damage with this weapon. Not only is it going to be great for ad clear, it's going to be really good for boss DPS. So that's the reason why I chose the last fragment that I talked to you about. More super energy is going to feed into this weapon. More super, more destruction, more ad clear, more DPS. Then I have the harsh language. This is actually another important part of the build. One of the things, once you probably can already tell looking at my items and everything and equipment, but we are going to create stasis crystals, and this is a quick way to shatter those crystals using the harsh language, and it's going to contribute to add clear destabilization rounds on it. It is pretty awesome as well, so that's all added benefit. And then we have the Typhon GL5, which is a grenade launcher, also more for add clear, and then the chill clip is also going to you know, help you slow those enemies and things. More slows, more freezes. That being said, I wanted to highlight to you the chest piece, which is the Hoarfrost Z. It's an exotic. You can go ahead and read what it says. But the long and short of what it does is that in this build, once you have the Stasis subclass equipped, and you use your barricade, in my case it's the rally barricade, instead of the light being around you indicating that rally barricade is in fact active, it is going to spawn stasis crystals instead. And for all intents and purposes, the glacial fortification is going to act exactly like your rally barricade, except for the fact there's crystals. So as you can see here, you're going to create your your stasis crystals using this exotic. You're going to shatter those, increase your grenade recharge rate. Stasis shards will drop. That will heal you, and then also give you some overshield as well. And then you're going to be able to spam those grenades all the meantime, getting diamond lances to freeze targets. Aggro Scepter is also going to be freezing targets, and then all that's going to build into your super. Super is going to be able for add clear, rinse, and repeat. That being said, I'll go ahead and let you see all of the mods down below in case you want to pause the video and take a look at what they are and what they do. Feel free to do so. And then one other thing I wanted to mention, down here in the leg section, there is a empty slot for me. If I had one other empty slot that was available, I actually would choose it was recuperation mod. Even though this build is going to be able to heal you quite a bit, it's not perfect by any means. There are going to be times where you're going to be focus fired, and if you have this one equipped, you're going to be able to go ahead and pick up that orb of power, get a little bit of health, and then that's going to really go a long way in your survivability. So well, that's it. That's the build. I'll go ahead and I'll let you see some gameplay down below. Feel free to give me a comment on what you think about this build. And with that being said, I am going to go ahead and make probably one more stasis video. With that being said, I think after testing and unlocking the stasis subclass, I think I'm sort of at the end of the road as far as stasis is concerned. I'm definitely going to continue to play stasis, but I'm going to start to look into other classes and other subclasses to see what they do, see if there's any nuances or any interesting content I might want to create for your viewing pleasure. That being said, I'm going to create probably one more video over stasis and give it an overall rating for the Titan subclass, the Behemoth. So if you're interested in that, feel free to look out for that. And yeah, without further ado, this is Ultimate Shield 340 signing off, and I'll see you in Destiny 2. Peace.
Cabal intel suggests that the Cosmodrome has become a light storage facility for the Lucent Hive.
They're creating light batteries? What for?
Let's hope we never find out. Get down there and target their leadership, Guardian. massive energy spikes up ahead.
That must be their stockpiles of stolen light.
Those things are filled with the light of our dead fire teams. Burn this place to the ground. Let's locate their leadership and put an end to this heresy.
Savathun had all that time in the tower to plan. She was watching our every move. Even if this op succeeds, I doubt that will be the end of it. Projections must be how Savathun manipulates her followers.
However she does it, the synaptic sphere will drive her out.
Never stops, does it?
The Hive are relentless. Even with the light, all they hunger for is death.
I don't understand why it didn't change them.
Because it changed you.